Okay, today we're going to show you how to put in an ACC 2012 Mustang trunk panel. A couple of things you got to do to prepare the panel or the deck lid to receive the stainless panel. First, of course, you're going to remove the factory liner, which is a very simple thing to do. The liner has several of these retainers, which is a two-part retainer. Has kind of a center nail that you're going to want to grab and pull that out, which is going to release these two legs and allow the retainer to pop out. They have all kind of tools that you can use for this. One of the more common ones is a little gripper plier, but you grab it with a little screwdriver or even your fingertips will work fine. So once you've removed your panel, you're going to set this aside. And you're going to have the factory wire harness exposed. Now, we don't really have to do much rerouting here at all, but what we do have to do is create the clearance. The harness is kind of stuck to the deck lid via these little retainers all over the place, and it kind of gives you takes away some clearance that we need. So what you're going to do is kind of slice the harness away from the plastic retainers that are stuck into the liner. I'm just going to slice the little electrical tape and release them like that. There's a couple other little gray ones here. You're just going to kind of snap the plastic like so, and this will release the wire from the retainers. So you're going to come in here and you're just going to slice this like so, and just release this like so. Now once you've got this all apart, you just disconnect all your connectors. This is going to release, this is a satellite antenna. Then you have your rear third brake light or your fifth brake light. And then you have your trunk release, which you're also going to separate. Now this, you're just going to have to separate this from your deck lid. Remove that. This little clip is no longer going to be necessary, so you're just going to separate it like so. And this way it'll be a little bit of an easier thing to put away. I think that's bonded like this. There it goes. Okay, and that separates that. Then once the wires are off the harness or the clips, you can just kind of go ahead and remove them all. You're not going to be reusing these. Okay. Once you've got all that clearance, you just kind of put this out of your way for a minute. We're going to do something special with that. And then we're going to reinstall this harness, only we're going to tape it right to the valleys of the deck lid. You can see there are some recessed areas here where we can sneak our wires in and not cause us to sacrifice any clearance for the panel. So the best way to do that is to just tape them in place. Use a little duct tape for that. Just kind of lead up to their original positions. It's not going to be any problem using duct tape. They used this for years before they invented the plastic retainers, so it should work out just fine. Let's reconnect this here. Take this in place. Run this back up. Now, on your fifth brake light, there is a little bit of a tab that's going to rob some clearance right here. It's just a little plastic mold, and our panel is going to fold right into this area. So to keep it from maybe perhaps denting the panel or obstructing our installation, we're going to ask you to just kind of snip that little tab off. You're going to use a little wire cutter and just kind of take it right off. So now we have a nice flat area, and then we're just going to go ahead and reconnect our trunk release mechanism, and then just tape these nice and flat. Okay. Now you've created a nice flat area that's going to receive the panel without any problems. Now the next thing to do is to prepare a couple of areas for some velcro tape. Now, because all these things here need to be serviceable, you have a fifth brake light that could possibly wear out one day, mechanisms that can also do the same. This panel has to be removable. So in order to do that and hold it securely, we're going to add a couple of velcro strips, these two main recessed areas. And the way to prep for that is take a little Scotch patch. It's going to come in your kit. You're just going to scuff this down here a little bit. Okay. Then your kit's going to come with an adhesive promoter. This is not a cleaning fluid, but it's an adhesive accelerator. Inside this little pouch is a little yellow sponge with some watery fluid. You're going to open this pouch and grab that sponge, squeeze some fluid out, and wipe these areas just once to get it wet. I've got some of that same chemical right here. Okay. Once that's done, your kit's going to come with Velcro attachment strip like this. What you're going to do is you're going to put the hook side right onto the deck lid itself. So now this is a heavy-duty mounting hook-style Velcro. It'll do really well to hold the body of that panel in place. Before you put the main panel on, I'm going to show you how to form it, mold it, make sure everything's right. And then you're going to take these strips and set them in here, pull the clear off of it. Once you put your panel in, that will attach. Just going to put those in there for now. Okay. Now, that's pretty much all you have to do to prepare for the deck lid for the panel itself. Now the next thing you have to do is to take the panel and create the form of the deck lid. Now, we're going to send this to you flat because it's going to save you about 30 bucks in shipping, size shipping, and packaging. So we'll give it to you flat because it's a very easy thing to shape. What you're going to want to do is have a nice, sturdy table that you can work on, and you're going to basically, or will actually mold it to this same shape that your factory pad has. The way you do that is to just kind of take your panel, just form it like so. This is a 22 gauge metal, and it will allow you to go through these motions with very little resistance. So now literally in a matter of seconds, we've shaped the panel. From here, what you're going to want to do is just check your shape and see how much more, how much less you have to do. Looks like we've got to come in here a little bit harder. give it a little bit more of a roll. You want to kind of not be in a hurry for this. You're not on a time schedule, so you want to take your time in molding this. You want to mold it gently, a little bit at a time. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to create any creases or dents in the panel that are not going to look good in the end. Just keep going back and forth, checking your panel, making sure you've got a pretty good shape. Probably your most sharpest bend is going to be right in here. And again, you can just take this and just gently shape it like so until you get it just right. Okay, I think we're ready to install. Now, before you install this, you got two more little bolts. You're going to take out the two end bolts that hold in your hood catch. We've loosened these up already. And you're going to align these first. So you'll set your panel. Before you put your panel in, what you're going to want to do is scuff up the back here so that your velcro strips will get a nice good bond. So you want to scuff this up. Again, use a little bit of that promoter on there. And then when you're ready, you're going to sneak up in here and pull these down, pull this liner off to expose the panel, allow it to stick. We're going to put these two top bolts in first. You're going to need a 10mm nut driver or socket. You want to put this. You want to do a dry run before you actually put the velcro in. Make sure that you've got a nice good alignment for everything. Now that we've got our panels formed up, got a pretty good shape, and you can be confident that our final installation is going to go in nice and smooth, you can just go ahead and get ready to set it in. First thing you want to do is kind of open up these mounting holes so that you don't have to fight with the plastic a little later. You want to leave that on, make sure you don't get any fingerprints on the panel during the installation. You're going to tuck this up and find those two screws, those two bolt studs that we opened up earlier. You're going to just temporarily thumb these on, just to kind of keep the weight off you as you approach the rust. Now you're going to push this up into the corner here until your top holes line up. Once you've got those lined up, simply push in the retainer. Now I'm keeping this away from the velcro at this point. We want to get these two guys in first. And then you just kind of go ahead and let this attach there. And that's going to mount the velcro in the back, and that's going to help keep the weight and force off the panel, which is going to make it ultimately stay in position a little bit better. Pushing up on our panel to kind of line up those holes. Okay. Then you're just going to take the panel and kind of form it so that it matches in. Then you're going to want to peel away your plastic and go ahead and slide this down. Now we've only set this up for the two bolts on the two ends. We haven't given you a third one. This is just an access hole for the stud that comes through, because the curve kind of comes in here. Your actual nut seats way into the panel, so we're just leaving that there for an access hole. There's no reason to fasten that. Okay, you want to snug these up. And then you just kind of reinstall your hood release harness. And your kit's going to come to you with a couple little Velcro cookies. Now you want to put some adhesive promoter on your safety hook, and a little up here. Apply this pad right in the middle, and then this one's going to hold you up right here. Just kind of put that nice out of the way, and there your pan.